All right, here we go.
Hey.
Hey, everyone. Uh, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome everyone to the No Poe Show. Because the Poe streak ends at 41. So welcome to episode 42 of the big show, Coin Ops and Consoles, with myself and Mike.
Yes.
And I guess we'll just get it out of the way right away. Greg and Poe aren't able to make it tonight, so you guys are just stuck with the A team here instead of the B team players. Greg and Poe. But Poe's here in spirit, already giving us crap that we wouldn't start without him. Joke's on you, Poe. We started. Let's see who else is here. Kelly's here.
Yep.
Derek's here, but he's just commenting about Poe's saying, "Oh, Derek was blaming the big football game," and yeah, that didn't work. But hold the presses, Mike. Hold the presses.
What?
Are you able to see the green room?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, we got Salty Army. He showed up.
Yeah. Too. Yes. Yeah. He was actually the first one.
Yes.
Salty Army is Legion. But yeah. So we'll save the. Oh, Kelly says Shelby's here too. Shelby's watching too. When I'm out here in the arcade room, they watch it on the big TV. When I shoot the show from inside the house, Kelly watches the show. She puts it on the TV, but she has to turn the volume down so we don't hear the echo. So she watches like this because she didn't have earbuds. So she's listening on the phone and watching with the
speaker
TV.
On the other end. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of watching the green room here to see what's Just give me a thumbs up when you're ready to yeah, I was going to tell you, Mike. Mike had to run his son to the to a function, and since Greg and Poe weren't going to be here, I decided I would just wait for Mike. He drove 900 miles an hour, got over there and back in like 6 minutes. So that's why we were a little late going on. And I was going to tell you before you had to take off, man, I just had a nightmare. Remember last week you weren't here, but I couldn't get the internet going out here. I've been having trouble. So I came out here, and again, I had internet issues. I couldn't get the internet going. And well, first, my touchpad on my laptop is finicky. It's been working fine for about 3 weeks. Came out here to get started, and I had to go get a mouse because the touchpad stopped working. Got the mouse. Then I discovered that I had no internet. Got the internet going. Then the camera wouldn't connect. I'm like, what is happening here? I mean, we thought we caught a break by not having to deal with Poe, but then all the hell broke loose. So are you ready? All right, here we go. Yeah. I don't.
Poe asked us what we had for dinner.
Pizza.
Haven't
Pizza.
had dinner yet, Poe. Can you send some over? Pizza.
Yeah,
pizza would be good.
Yeah, Derek says I was trying to ruin my streak. Yeah, the computer, the whole system was trying to ruin my streak. But here we go. With no further ado, introducing the one, the only, Arcade Chaos.
Hey, Arcade Chaos.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up?
Are you?
Hey,
there he is.
Okay, I'm just looking.
How's it going?
It's going good. How you guys doing?
Good.
We're going all right.
Is my microphone fine?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Great.
Sounds all right. Cool.
Yeah.
And plus, I was just a little confused. I was reading something. I thought it was something else over there. So. Anyways, I love the introduction. Because I was gonna come up with my own. I was gonna be like, all right, here we go. And I got a good one, believe it or not.
Nice.
Introducing the one and the only me.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I was expecting a garden nerd to show up. I like that guy.
No, I use him for fertilizer. He was a whole lot of fertilizer. Want to get first? The only thing I want to do is give a shout out to all my fat guys out there. What's up, fat boys?
Yeah.
No love for the fat chicks?
Fat guys need love too.
How about the girls?
I love fat girls.
Come on. Everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Right,
even animals. Not like people, but animals need love too. You know what I mean? Pets and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless you're a lonely farmer, I guess.
Derek said,
there's always that.
Fat guys for the win.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hopefully
going
to be just, switching teams soon. Maybe this summer I'm not going to be with the fat of the fat guys anymore. Might be like the smaller fat guys. Hopefully get a little exercise in.
Yeah.
I
that was this
games too long. Just eating.
That was this year for me. I tried to go from fat guy to chubby guy. I didn't want to go all in one step straight to thin or muscular or anything. Just from fat to chubby. That's all I was looking for.
No joking aside, though, like I feel like I can't win with my friends and my family because if I decide to work out or dedicate myself, they're like, "Oh my God, you got too skinny. You don't look good." It's like, you motherfuckers, I put myself through all this shit, and now you're telling me I'm too skinny. I don't fucking look good. That's just what I want to hear. You know what I mean? And that's what I deal with. Oh, they're used to me being chubby old Santa Claus is fucking chaos, I guess. I'm done with the moment. Oh, you're losing too much weight. Whatever.
Yeah.
I could see if they were worried that I was losing it for some, nefarious reason, but it's not all that hard work of dieting and working out just to go, you're too skinny. And my closest friends, and then just to constantly say it to you, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, they don't want you to look good.
They
don't want you to look good.
I told myself, I was like, talk about being fat a little bit.
That's always a good icebreaker.
Yeah.
That's always a good icebreaker.
Yeah, I got some new games and shit I plan on playing soon. I hung up my Eddie thing in the background because Spider-Man.
Nice.
He's getting. I didn't want to have him up for a certain reason tonight because when I visit the Mario Kingdom, that picture scares me. Now, to him, he don't. I've been looking at that for years. But for some reason, the way the artist did all the enemies on that fucking Spider-Man poster, I can't look at it when my Google Bean brain is, in Mario.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I thought you said like Mario was kind of creeping you out, like giving you the googly eyes or something.
Yeah, the other day I was laying down. See this speaker? I don't know if you ever watched the Final Destination movies and shit. But
oh yeah, seen those.
One of the scariest movies I ever seen. I won't fucking lie. When I got in there, I was like watching it. Very first scene of the first movie where kid dies in the shower. Very first movie. I believe it's the first death where you see, and they're letting you know, the movie makers letting you know you can't escape death, right? That's when you first realize it in all the movies, is that first scene in the first movie where the kid dies in the shower. That scene fucked with my head so bad that I was like, I gotta get out of here. We were sitting underneath the speaker, and I just imagine this big black speaker, but this big. You know how the giant theaters are. I'm sitting right underneath it. I go, oh, hell no. As soon as I seen that scene. And I was so fucked up from that scene. I was like, I want to go. She looked at me, we're not leaving. I said, I want to go. I'm not kidding. I said, if nothing else, we are fucking moving from right here. that thing ain't falling on me. So like that's when I fell in love with that whole series. But at the same time, it's like you can't run from death, man. That's a scary thing, right? When your time comes.
Poe's asking if you're talking about Willy Wonka.
It's the
No,
Oompa Loompas, right? That
but I
scene?
do love.
It's the Oompa Loompas. Yeah. Hey, I want to pop this one up here so it doesn't scroll up. Polo asked if we're going to do a Steam Pinball FX3 or FX tournament. He doesn't have a Switch. So, yeah, I don't have one pre-set up, but I'll tell you what we'll do is sometime during this show, we will decide on a table, and then as soon as the show's over, I'll start a tournament on Steam so that anybody can join with any and what we'll probably just go nuts and let Chaos choose the table since he's here.
A what? A pinball table?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no Tesla or no fishtails.
no Tesla or fishtails, but any other table on FX3. And no, you don't have to think about it right this second. We'll get to it before the end.
On FX3, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Farrell, how's it going, Farrell?
Hey,
Good to
Farrell.
see you, buddy. You're in for a treat. We traded up. We traded in a Greg and a Poe for a Chaos. I think we're ahead of the game. That's like trading two guys to get you.
You ever sweat and be cold at the same time? It's like, what the fuck's going on?
Ever since I started menopause, it's nothing. It hasn't stopped.
That's probably what it is.
Hey, look at Farrell. Coins and chaos. There we go. There we go.
Yep.
What'd you say?
Hey,
I can't see.
Hey, before we get too crazy here, let's do this. Since Polo brought up tournaments, let me go over. We did do the big time pilot that Poe initiated. Chaos, you didn't play the time pilot, did you?
I don't have time pilot. I have time pilot, but I don't have it available where I can play it.
Yeah, I was surprised how many guys
packed away in one of my things, but I know I have it. I just don't have it available. Unfortunately,
I was surprised how many guys in the Discord said they'd never played it before. I'm like, how did you never play Time Pilot?
That's a classic.
But anyway, yeah, that's true. That's not hard, except for Greg. Everyone's younger than Greg. Yeah. So let's go over the Time Pilot really quick.
The one that
Mike wants me to
real quick was I couldn't play Burger Time because I didn't have the arcade version handy.
Right. Well, Mike wants me to announce the Time Pilot scores because Mike, I forget. Mike, who was on top of the scoreboard? I can't remember.
Who was on top?
That's
it was
right.
You.
Yeah, that's who was until Mike played his last game. 135,200. Is that your best game ever, Mike? You reckon? Or you think you played better in the past?
I think I played better in the past before.
Yeah. Well, because you sounded a little surprised with the UFOs when you got to the UFO level.
Well, usually, like the airplanes that you can get the bonus ones. That's usually how you can get the high scores.
My chubbiness.
Right.
Where I got that plane, I think if you get like the parachutes plus that's where I got it initially. So I've never made it to the UFO part, but I think I have it on. If you look at my arcade board, I have like a higher score, but I didn't read that because that was a former high score and that wouldn't count.
Yeah, that's how mine is too. If you look at my video when I did mine, and if anyone didn't see it, you can watch. Mike did his on his. He aired it on his live show. I know Chaos saw it when you were airing it live because I saw him in the chat.
I get Mike's notifications instantly, and I'm just like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
But if you look at my video when I played Time Pilot, I got this. I was second with 108,000. My high score on my arcade 1-up is 152. But I can't. Man, I tried one more. When you beat my score, I'm not gonna lie. I tried to beat you, and I played a game and I got 101. I was like, son of a.
I was watching Mike. Mike was like running at the end. He's like, "Oh, it's almost over now. I ain't going no farther." And I'm like, figure eight, Mike. Because I felt like and not even trying to be funny, but I felt like when he was running for his life at the end there, if he would have just hit when he was in this one particular area, like a figure eight, I think he would have wrapped the back round and reset them enemies and been able to get them. What do I know?
Yeah.
I'm not a time.
Yeah. The weird part, when you get to those UFOs, they shoot those squiggly little bullets, and they kind of curve.
They curve.
It's hard to avoid them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
that was freaking me out.
I don't know what my all-time high score is, but I have made it past the UFO level, and back. It starts back over with the original, was 1942 or something, or 1917, yeah. And then you go through. And I made it. I think I made it through to the helicopters again. So I don't know what the score was on that game. That was years ago, back when I had reflexes still. But let me go through the score thing. So Mike won with 135,000. I was in second with 108. D-Kong 52 had 100,200 points. He almost got me. And then I gotta say here, Retro Bliss Gaming, he played, and he had gotten 54.5, and he was all proud, and he put in the Discord, at least I beat Poe. But I hate to tell you, there, Retro Bliss, if you're watching this, Poe played again. He ended up with 78,300. So Poe was in fourth. Livewire had 66.9. Retro Bliss had 54.5. And who's this at the bottom? 21.4. The pillar, the anchor, the foundation of the block, Derek, Mr. Pixatorian. So that was the Time Pilot.
Nice.
Great game. Love that game. And yeah, Farrell said he wished Time Pilot had music. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Derek's wooing his top 7 finish.
Well, I was
You're in the top 10, Derek.
I usually play Highway to the Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins. That's why I was like, I usually play that song if I'm playing Time Pilot. Yep.
In your head.
Yeah. It's funny because you make it to the Jets. Which song? The Top Gun? The Danger Zone song? Yeah. It's funny when you're playing, though, you get to that Jets level and you're thinking, oh my gosh, they're insane. These Jets are, and then you make it past it, you hit the UFO level and you're like, what just happened? Asteroids floating around, crooked bullets, they kind of fly like the helicopters where they're all wacky flight patterns.
Oh, yeah.
It's a tough level.
Mike was talking about on the stream how games get hard like that. And do games even have ends? We were talking about Gauntlet earlier.
Yeah, Gauntlet.
Gauntlet have an ending.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you found out?
Oh, does it?
No, I don't know. That's why I wanted to know if it has an ending.
Yeah. If it does, I've never got there.
If it doesn't, that's a son of a bitch, as if you ask me. I have a big old game that just takes your quarters forever and we're never ending. It's just, I could believe it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
This game.
Salty Armor.
Salty, yep.
Oh,
it says doesn't.
Oh, man. It doesn't, he said. Doesn't have an end. You just play forever. There's some guy that's still playing. He put a quarter in that machine in 1984, and he's still there.
Yeah. I got a new character I want to start. I was contemplating, and he's he's the best at every game because he's played every game ever, and he's beat and flipped it. So his name is Billy Mitchelson or Billiam Mitchelson.
Billiam Mitchelson.
Billy Mitchell.
So if you done it, he's done it better. That's his whole stick. You get? He's like tired of being carbon copied, and he's got his hair's even longer than Billy's.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
he's Billy Mitchell can't hold a fucking candle to Billiam Mitchelson. I knew it was good. I knew I should not have came on here.
I've never heard of that guy before.
Oh, well, he's cool. He's kind of fat, but he plays way better games than Billy Mitchell.
Does he have a YouTube channel, Chaos?
He might someday.
Okay. Farrell
Or
saying
he
the
just might,
endings.
because I heard my brother Snot Chaos is who introduced me to it. He's like, you got to meet this guy. You like video games? This is the dude. He'll teach you anything for a price.
The ending is probably something like Oh yeah, the misspelling of congratulations. Yeah, that's funny, Farrell.
It's gonna be cool.
Nice.
Polo says Gauntlet on Steam does have an ending.
Really?
Meatball saucy, and he beat it after a year of play. So when you're playing for that year, did you just wheel your computer to the bathroom and just eat on the toilet and keep playing? That is dedication, Polo. I've never played a game for more than a few hours in a straight time. He played for a year. That is insane.
What did you eat for a year when you're playing that game?
What were you eating?
The meals you were eating.
Think about
That's
it.
amazing.
You know, one thing robots are going to be able to do is beat Billy Mitchell's records, right? So what's he going to do then? He's
right?
Call cheaters?
Probably. They'll get some AI program that can play every game ever. Yeah.
With a fucking American flag tie. Stop.
Okay, so Mike,
yes.
You want to segue out of the time pilot into what are we playing this week? This week was Mike's choice.
Yeah, for my pick, it was Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. So that's the game I picked, and it's fun. If you haven't played it, it's a really good game. I played that. I remember there's this movie theater my mom and dad went to, and of course, movie theaters back then in the 80s had arcade machines. So I remember our Joust, Moonwalker, Satan's Hollow. But when I saw Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom, that's where I ran to and played that game. But yeah, it's a really fun game. But what I like about now that I'm playing it while I'm older, I but now I understand what to do on that game. I was so scared, like trying to get the on the Sankara Stone level. Yeah, and it's like I went the long way, but now I'm brave enough to cross the bridge, kind of wait, then grab the stone, and then leave. And then the minecart level, that always gave me a hard time when I was a kid, but now no problems. Yeah, I was kind of hoping, because I know if you get the 3 stones, and after that you go on the bridge, and then you do battle with Molaram. So hopefully I'll play it again, and I want to get there and defeat him. But yeah, after I beat Molaram on the bridge, if you can get past that part, then it just starts over again. So, but really fun game. And it was kind of cool. It had like, what was it, easy, medium, and hard that you can choose. And if you picked easy, you get more lives to play the game. So really, really good game. I love it. And of course, the digital voices. It's one of the first, I don't know if it's the first arcade machine, but they incorporate a lot of the synthesized voice from the movie. Like you can hear the thuggy guards when you're whipping them, and then Molaram talking. And then you when you're like swinging with your whip. So yeah, really fun game.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Poe and Greg. Poe and Greg. Here's Poe. Here's Greg. Peculiar.
All right.
Man of many hats.
Man of many hats. Yeah. If I have not improved from the last time I played that, I think instead of competing with you for the top, I'll be competing with Derek for the bottom. Because I've played that Temple of Doom, and I did get it on my arcade using the mystery encoder chip. And I'm not.
Is it just me?
But
really the sound effects of that game are fucking. The music is so, but the sound effects, holy shit, were they? That was crazy, Mike. What was that one? Making that noise.
That was the Thuggy Guards. But the music, what's kind of funny, you mentioned about the music. I got copyright on the Indiana Jones music. When I looked, I'm like, what?
That's
really,
yeah. It sounds, I guess it sounds too much like the real orchestra.
I like the sounds, to be honest with you. The audio.
Well, I would imagine it's kind of like trying to do anything Star Wars. Every Star Wars pinball table I did, I got a copyright claim. You play on this Star Wars machine here, you get a copyright claim. It's like, so I would imagine Indiana Jones. Yeah, they're just.
Oh, yeah.
I thought, almost all the new shit is I got it from Kingdom Hearts. Got it. Fucking what's all the? I don't even know. I can't even think straight right now. But all the new shit I got, I'll probably get it on the Pac-Man. Who knows? Because I bought the Pac-Man DLC, the jukebox. It's got 50 songs on it, so I haven't even played it or fired it up. I want to do it tonight after this, and so I was already saying to myself, I'll probably get copyrighted on that because I bought the little armor for him and the jukebox DLCs.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah,
Hey,
they love
guys, I'll
copyright
be right back. There's someone knocking on my door and nobody's answering it, so I will be right back.
All right.
Like my house. My daughter don't fucking answer the door, and she's right next to the.
Yeah. Yeah. She'll be sitting next to the door. Dad, are you going to get that?
No, thank God. I have an old time knocker. You know the metal knockers you knock on your door with? So I have one of those. Believe it or not, you can pound all day fucking long. Somehow that fucking little octave or whatever it is, that metal hitting metal, I could hear that all the way back here. So
nice.
Like the delivery people, they've come to know. And I said, did you use that knocker? Excuse me. There was a real young girl, probably very old enough to start working. She looked at me like this. She's like, oh, why? Yeah. I was like, no. I was like, nobody ever uses it. I heard it all the way in the back clearly. And she's like, oh, yeah, I thought it was cool that people don't have them anymore. So needless to say, it works.
Nice.
Technology. And, this fucking thing here, dude, so loud now that I got it since my neighbor moved. I bought it off him. It's too loud, but, like, is there any other way to listen to fucking music?
Right.
I mean, you're a fucking musician. You should know. It's
Polo,
if it's too loud, you're too old, right? Is that the old saying?
That's the old saying. I'm getting to be both. I did not get the Mortal Kombat 4 from PAX RS yet, but I will be. I will be.
Did you say something about me picking a pinball game?
Yeah. Do you want to pick you have a pinball table in mind that you think we should do an FX3?
I say you guys pick and vote. Let the chat vote on what table. Give them 3 tables, let them vote. I'll pick one of the 3, let somebody else pick it, and then everybody votes when they share the table. I don't know. Because honestly, I've been trying to play them, and I'm thinking about if it's up to me, let's go down here to the license stuff down here at the end, like Bob's Burgers or American Dad or something like that, something simple. Because I'm gonna start playing, just to let you know, the tournaments and stuff like that with Pin Fiction, because that's my original account I had for years. Well, I don't know about years, but I did have it at least well over a year, and it's where I build up all my excuse me, all my bonuses and shit is on that account. So why you think I'm not making excuses, but why you think like on the ones that were not the normal terms, because a lot of times we didn't. I think 90% of the time you don't have upgrades on that on the main tournament, right? The big long one.
Right.
It's just these small tournaments. You do the individuals and let us pick what our things. Arcade Chaos don't have none of it on that account. So if there's any of, and one of them I got, and it was because me and Amanda's played every day. I'm almost pretty sure everyone's maxed out as Family Guy. So we can give myself a fighting chance, and we can do it with anybody where we all can use our upgrades, and we can do Family Guy. That one I have all my upgrades maxed out on. It's up to you guys.
That sounds good to me. Yeah. Farrell, just to clarify, no, I'm not getting a Mortal Kombat 4 cabinet. Polo was saying it was on the PAX R Us for the iArcade. So I'll be getting it for that. But yeah. So anyway, Family Guy. We could do Family Guy. Polo said Epic Quest. That's a fun one too. But I think we did Epic Quest. Well, maybe I'm just thinking I did a video on Epic Quest, but I don't know. There was some other since Mike stepped away, and I don't know where Chaos is. There is some other arcade news, and I wanted to talk with Poe, and probably next week. Hopefully, Poe will be here next week. We'll talk more about that. But there was a little bit of news on the Viper board from Glenn. But we'll talk about that next week. That's a reason to tune in. Yeah, they all just ditched me. Greg and Poe didn't even show up, and now the two that did show up just leave right in the middle. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Derek says, "Family guys, fat guys for the win." Yeah. So just remind me on the way out. Family Guy. We'll do Family Guy. Getting the new Pinball MDLC next week. Hollywood Pope, this directly to you. Do you know me at all? Do you even watch my show? Do you watch my channel? Do you watch the show? Hells yeah, I'm getting that. What? Look at we got Vader Chaos in the house, but yeah, I will.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
You think
Yeah.
that I fucking talk like this because of this mask? It's the chronic.
I can't breathe that. Holy shit. Woo, that's hot.
Nice. But yes, absolutely, Polo. I will be buying that day one. I will be double dipping that day one. I'll be getting it on the Switch and on the Steam.
He's a double dipper.
Sorry, Chaos. You are not Derek's father, he says.
Damn it.
Chaos Vader has spoken. Yeah, so there's some big stuff going on. There's also going to be an update for Pinball FX on the 15th. So that's good too. And
I don't know, man.
yeah. Now, do you play stuff on Steam at all, Chaos?
No, I don't have Steam. But I wish I did. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
You know.
So they just came out with that the updated version.
Steam. I'll take it and be nice to them and stuff. But I'll take them out for a burger or something. But
they just re-released with a couple new tables the slot shot pinball. I've been doing some videos on that. That's they're pretty neat. They're not quite up to Zen level, but they're pretty good tables. I've been having a lot of fun with them. And they do have a couple or three that are horror themed, so I had to jump on that. Anything that's horror themed, I'm there. So
I have a problem with them. I had it downloaded, and I said fuck that. I'm just gonna fucking do the FX one because I could not navigate that fucking menu. I'm sorry, but my French. Why do we blame it on the French for swearing? What the fuck? Anyways, I couldn't navigate it, honestly. About bullshit, I couldn't navigate. I tried to fucking get it. I wanted to buy the Chuckies and shit. I couldn't figure nothing out about that. I got so pissed instead of breaking my controller, I fucking so I got real nice and happy. It's like, there you go. Uninstall, you fucker. Make some room. Quick archive that bitch.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy. It's
like I just make it a little easier because I gave it.
Yeah,
I'm being honest, Bart. I gave it 4 or 5 fucking different times. I'm in there trying to figure. I'm like, what is this? This is. I just want to play some fuck. I literally was saying that out loud. I just want to play some fucking pinball. And I had enough of it. So unless they make the pinball M fucking shit interface easier for morons like me, they ain't seeing none of my money, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'll give it another try. I can probably figure it out now that I'm fucking tripping. I can probably figure it out easier. My normal everyday life, I have a fucking problem with it.
Mike, did you install the slot shots? I don't think Mike got it.
I haven't played that Polo yet, so I got to check that out.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like I said, they're not quite up to Zen level, but they're fun tables, and they play well.
Wait, isn't that the one with the? Oh, sorry, isn't that the one with that horror game you were playing? the
Yeah.
Manor. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah. And right now, I think for release week, it is on sale like 15% off. So it doesn't save you a whole lot of money, but I think it's normally like $19 or $20, so you can get it for 18 or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad. I've only played 5 of the tables so far. It comes with 13 tables, and the bass fishing one was actually pretty fun. And it has the cabinet is a fish tank, so there's fish swimming around in there.
I like
it's pretty
that one.
cool.
Yeah, that one's cool.
And that was a fun table. And the Kraken one, every one I've played, I've enjoyed. So
Kraken.
I think it was worth it at $20. I thought it was worth it. But
yeah, didn't the devs message you off grid? Didn't one of the devs message you?
Yeah, they watched my first thought video and left a comment under my video, so that was cool too. And
that was cool.
They addressed, because I mentioned that you can't scroll up on the leaderboard to see who's at the top, and they said it's a limitation to the leaderboard system with Steam.
Oh,
that they couldn't do that. So, but that was cool. At least he answered my question. He didn't say anything about not putting commas in the score, though, because I did say that. I even said in the video, if any of the devs are watching this video, put commas in the score. He didn't answer that. he answered the other one. But I did think
I was trying to figure it out too. The fucking score. I was like, "What is that score?
Is that 11 million or is it 1,100,000?" Yeah, but
so that's a big bad thing though, not to know at first well, commas or not, right? Because God knows you could get a contract. Like, $10 million. No, it's 10 pesos.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We stop.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I interrupted.
Oh, Brooklyn Menace is here.
What's up, Brooklyn?
Oh, nice. Hey, Brooklyn.
Yeah. I will say this. Do you ever watch the Crow Continuum guy? He does all those pinball shows, and he's pretty good. And if you watch my my bass fishing one, I ended up right below him on the leaderboard. I'm like, dude, whoa. I'm right. Crow's on. So I
called you a pinball shark from day one. What, 2-3 years ago when we met? Now you were like, I ain't no shark.
Look, Poe said it's common sense. Poe is funnier in text.
Poe is hilarious in fucking text. You never notice that?
I like Poe better in text because we can choose what to put up and not. When he's live on the show, he just talks whenever he wants. It's like, Mike, what's your final thought?
That should be one of his merches. Poe should lock that down. This is the first time I ever fucking heard anybody say that. That's genius. Have you paid Atari today? That should be Poe's merch line.
I think that's his ringtone.
I like it. I'm just saying. Right? His ringtone. That's funny.
Yeah.
You know what I just want to throw this in. I fired up the marble tables real quick. You were talking about how the dynamics of the M isn't the same and this and that and everything else. Of course, everything's going to be different. I'll just say this. I appreciate all digital pinball because I fell in love with it back with Atari days, right? We're talking about Atari. But I noticed the difference, and I'm liking it. At first, I was like, this is different. This one's different out of this Marvel pinball package I bought. But I take it back. I love how they all react different. They're all different. And they're not the same. You think that we're just going to bang out these marble tables, whatever they did in unison when they had these things planned. I appreciate that the action is different on them. That's all I wanted to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I like a lot of those marble tables. They're fun tables. They are fun tables.
To say that at first I noticed I was like, this reacts different. I thought it was just me being a dick, but there's subtleties. They ain't like it's great big differences, but there's subtleties in between the tables that I appreciate. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? And for the price, I love them. I don't know what it is, if it's me, if it's the Switch or whatever, or it's just the way they look. they're a little grainy to me. They could have been a little better, but at the same time, I've already forgot about it and moved on and appreciate just the play of them. I'm enjoying them for the
Yeah.
first time. I know they're older than Sin, but so am I. And this is
Yeah.
playing Ghost
Are
Rider
you
right
now? Did you pick up the Marvel tables on FX or FX3?
Well, I don't know what. See, this is the whole thing that I don't know what the hell people are talking about. I only have the Switch. So the Switch FX3 is all I have available to me. And they don't all, the only table I have missing from having the entire FX tables that they allow me to have as a Switch user is the indie table I still haven't bought. But beside that, I have every other table that I can buy from there. And they don't offer no
Okay.
Marvel or nothing on the Switch.
Yeah, you should try. There is FX that you can get for the Switch. I bought was it Twilight Zone and Star Trek: The Next Generation,
For
and
the
I can tell you
FX3?
there's no for FX on the Nintendo Switch. So I
I gotta
bought
be
that
honest,
just
I'm not a big Star Trek fan. I got some
so yeah. I
serious
just
Star Trek shit for anybody who wants it. Wants to pay the tribute
yeah.
on it. I got some nice Star Trek shit.
Well, I bought that so in case for the tournaments and stuff. So you can get FX on the Nintendo Switch, but what you were saying it doesn't play or the graphics on it. I noticed like if I play the Next Generation, it kind of has like some chopping audio issues compared to when I play on my
Audio.
PS5. Yeah, the audio
That's the one
issue
thing
is
that I
but
never noticed.
it's playable, you know.
There's audio.
Yeah.
You can tell. Yeah, you can tell if you're playing this. I kind of noticed that right off the bat that it has like clipping
Yeah.
on the audio.
FX
Is that
on the Switch
because
is
the audio's copyrighted from the movie, right?
No,
get-
no,
well, it's
I
just
think
the Switch.
yeah,
The
it's
Switch
the
just can't
Switch.
handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah,
is he talking about the Switch or am I confused? I thought he was talking about something else that he
I'm
plays.
talking
No,
about
yeah,
the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, on the Switch.
All right, so
Yeah.
it might be time for me to get out of this conversation because I thought he was talking about something else. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I thought he was
Yeah,
talking
F-
about computers or something. Like he ain't always talking about computers, but he was talking about computers earlier on his live stream, and I was
Yeah.
confused for a minute.
That's
And so now I'm confused again.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
no. FX is on the Switch, but it is a little downgraded from the others
So
because
you
the
have
Switch just
somebody
doesn't have the
pick a
hardware.
By the way, pick a table, and I'm gonna like mentally sign out because I don't think I can lend any type of like anything but psychobabble right now. So I'm gonna sit here, listen, do your thing, and then when it comes to the pinball table, whatever. I don't really care.
Yeah, we're gonna go with the Family Guy.
Okay.
So we're gonna go with Family Guy, and as soon as the show is over, I'll go ahead and start that tournament. So it won't be under G.Parker this time. You'll have to look for mine, Off Grid Arcade, and the password will be Off Grid.
That's funny. You picked that Off Grid because isn't he the famous fat guy?
Yeah.
So it's Chaos's pick. Yeah,
I thought
your
it
pick.
was,
Yeah. Go with Derek said, Family Guy. Go with your gut, Chaos. Fat guy, Family Guy. That's brilliant. That is brilliant.
Hey, you say what you want about the gut, but if any of you guys know, Big Country, Roy Nelson, any of you guys familiar with him? He's a UFC fighter with a big fat belly.
Oh,
Anyways,
I don't know.
He uses his belly as a weapon. So I don't know why I was getting to that, but I always got that.
Nice.
You got to see what he does with it. Like he literally, if you don't know who the fuck he is, it's funny because he's just a big fat guy to talk about. He's got a big beer belly, and he's going into the UFC Hall of Fame. He's the guy that made the headlines for pushing a referee because the referee didn't stop the fight fast enough because he was fighting a friend, and he made him finish his friend. So he got pissed. He got fined. He got fined for it too, big time. And I think it was his last fight in the UFC, as a matter of fact, after that whole controversy, because he put his hands on the fucking ref. Because the dude was done, right? And he was like, come on, he's fucking done. He's like, no, you got to finish him. Made him fucking drill with the dude, one of his best friends at a big main event. And so after that, he said, you got to finish him. When he finished him, he went and pushed the ref afterwards, said, you're a fucking asshole. And you can't touch a referee. No matter what they do, you not put your hands on a referee. And that's basically was the beginning of the end for his career.
Huh.
You know, P. Diddy style. No, let me stop.
Kelly went with the Tom. Kelly took the fat guy to the Tommy Boy avenue. Fat guy in a little coat.
Yeah. And how he just rips it too. And
yeah.
About it is they knew he'd do it because he was so fucked up. He was fucked up on drugs, and you know that was his thing. He got on drugs because he didn't think he was funny. That's why he started using drugs. He used to tell people, he's like, I don't deserve this fame, these movies, all this shit, because I'm not funny. And that's supposedly why he was addicted to stuff, because he had all this undeserved fame he felt, which that's a hard thing to wrap your head around, you know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Tragic story. He was a funny guy.
Yeah,
funny guy.
Oh, yeah. Loved him.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
You know what I do like about
down by the river.
I mean, this Ghost Rider table is this fucking Satan here in the center of it, talking shit to you the whole time, and then they got the little target down by his cod piece. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, it's Ghost Rider, whatever. I don't give a fuck, but now we got multi-faults.
Or is that Cod Rider you're talking about?
I've always loved Ghost Rider, and I just heard some news, so I was like, "Fuck it, let's celebrate him." I've always loved him. That he's supposedly, you know, they're gonna reveal a lot of shit that nobody's gonna expect in the new Mortal Kombat shit. I mean, Mortal Kombat, Marvel universe. Sorry.
Nice.
That's close.
Focus on.
They both have M's.
The fucking detail. Never mind. I gotta take a piss. I'm sorry.
Mike, what do you got?
I don't know. For some reason, I keep thinking about orbs. What was I thinking about? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, this is hilarious. Let me go back up and scroll up here. Poe asked, yeah, we did talk about the Pinball M big release on Thursday, and Pinball FX is going to have an update on FX for some of that stuff. So we did talk about that while you were busy.
Okay. So we're going to be doing a Family Guy then, right?
Yeah, Family Guy. Do you have that one?
No, but I can get it. It's not expensive.
Family
I can get it.
Guy.
It'll be on FX3. It'll be FX3 Family Guy.
Don't expect nothing special from that. And I just got to be honest, right? Because she always busted my balls, and and so mind you, why my Pin Fiction? At least the Family Guy on my Pin Fiction account is maxed out. That's because of Amanda, because that's the only fucking game she played. Made me buy all these stupid Tokyo Drift, not all of them, but Tokyo Drift and all these different fucking games. Never played them. Maybe buy all these other pinball tables. Never did nothing. Only thing she ever played on the fucking Switch was the fucking Family Guy. So that's why my Family Guy's max out. I'm just going to be honest. So don't expect no crazy score because I'm not like, I got to be honest, I don't even really like the fucking table that much.
No.
but I figure we'll have a fair fucking shake at trying to play it.
Yeah.
So,
right. Yeah.
And then like I like to have picking the things and stuff and all that, but the upgrades. But like I had when we were doing the tournaments, I didn't even realize it, right? But I know that probably didn't have, now mind you, I know that probably didn't have nothing to do with any of the scores. I just suck because a lot of them didn't have where it mattered, right? Where we were all the same playing it. But
Right.
when I seen Livewire first start putting up like billions and hundreds, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This dude has got to be cheating. That's what I thought to myself. I didn't realize it because the dumbass that I am, that you can put up those points if you're a good pinball player.
Yeah.
I was like, he's
Right.
fucking cheating. I remember that shit, but then I was like, no, you just gotta actually be good at it, and you can do
Yeah,
it.
That does
Livewire's
help.
good. Yeah, Livewire's a
He
pretty good
is.
pinball player.
Oh yeah.
No cheating
Yeah.
from that guy.
I think it's because his name's Rick. I'm just saying. Like Rick, you get it?
Look at it. I'm booting up my computer because freaking Derek's being a little crybaby whiner, saying that he can't start the thing during the show. So I was going to start the tournament off, and my computer it's constantly asking me to upgrade to Windows 11. I'm like, no.
Oh hell
Everything works. I don't want to upgrade anything. I'm fine. I'm like, so now I'm on the third decline upgrade screen.
Did you make the tournament already for Family Guy?
I'm about to, because that Derek guy.
You're gonna have some real guests on here.
What are you talking about?
I
You
don't
are
know.
a real guest. You are a real guest.
I mean, people. Real
you
people.
are real people. We love you, Chaos.
It doesn't get any more real than you.
I don't mean that. I mean people who people want to listen to.
Dude, everybody's listening to you. Okay.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
Hollywood Polo said at G.Parkers
Where's
arcade
Poe?
room,
Poe
Chaos
crashed me.
got rickrolled. You know about rickrolled, right, Chaos?
I love that song.
Hollywood Polo said you got rickrolled.
He's still fucking doing big shows, man. So
today on my way into work, I was listening to the 80s on 8 on Sirius XM radio.
Nice.
And that song came up.
No
Rick Astley.
affiliation.
Yeah. It came up, never gonna give you. So I got my Snapchat out, and then I recorded videoed the screen, and had got the chorus, never gonna give. And then I sent it to like 8 people. So I rickrolled a bunch of people. Poe was one of them. So I said, hey, if my car is gonna rickroll me on the way to work, I can share the love.
I should start Rick rolling people, but with something new.
Okay. Oh, here's G.Parkers tournament. What was this for? Oh, Biolab. When did we play Biolab? I never went back on here.
I'm just gonna be honest. At first, I liked that fucking game. That game's just a pain in my ass now. Because I thought I used to be good at it, but I tried playing that fucking Biolab. I was like, motherfucker, the noises and shit I used to like, them cute little noises. I don't know. I might be in a bad mood that day, but the other day I couldn't stand it. I was like, I can't look at this fucking game.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about the scores because I'm right below Poe. But there is something to note. Tony's Joggerin was on top, and G Gage came in second. So that's a big accomplishment. Wow. And then Livewire was right up there with them. And then Poe. Actually, I wasn't right below Poe. Yeah, I was below Poe and Greg. That's the truth just came out. I was below Poe and Greg on that Biolab. I kicked their asses off the show. That's why they're not here. It's all based on this Biolab. You're lucky I even showed up being below Greg. Poe, I can take Poe beating me, but being below Greg, that's embarrassing right there.
Well, we already know who runs the fucking show. I mean, Greg's just the fucking face.
Let's see. Where's Family Guy at? There's Family Guy. Family Guy. I can't share the screen or anything. So, okay. Tournament time, 5 days. I can't see. I gotta tip my laptop down so you can flip me off and I won't see it. We'll go normal rules so you can use your wizard powers. Play attempts are unlimited. Create and play. Password off grid. Geez. OFFGRID. All one word, all lowercase. Okay. Create and play. And I am going to yeah, I know I didn't assign any of that yet. I'm just going to launch the ball and let her drop. So it is started.
What, okay.
Derek, you can leave the show.
There it is.
I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to come back, but you can leave. You can leave the show. Where's the ball at? How am I not launching again? I should have drained by now. The tournament is started. Look for Off Grid Arcade, and the password is Off Grid. It's Family Guy. So there you go. There you have it. You can be first if you get in quickly.
Chaos. I ain't got no upgrades. I'll play it anyways.
Yeah. Well, you can play with that other one. That's fine. That's fine.
Well, I'm just saying. What the fuck?
Hey, look. The Drunk Gamer's here. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you.
Cool.
Some
Drunk
everybody
Gamer.
that's here. How about that?
And here's Poe is saying, the drunk, you didn't get to see Poe, but I'll let you see his texting because we determined earlier in the show that that's the best part of Poe.
And that's a bunch of bullshit. You motherfuckers couldn't send me a text and say he ain't going to be here tonight, right? I mean, who cares about Greg not being here, right? But Poe?
Right.
So you leave me here holding the bag.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but this fucked up.
Farrell's
You
got
didn't tell me he wasn't gonna be here. I'm like, these motherfuckers couldn't even say, "Oh, nobody's gonna be here but you."
Yeah. Just
Mike.
you.
I mean, and Mike.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Farrell's got to go. So we'll catch you later, Farrell. Thanks for stopping by,
Farrell. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Drunk's
later, Farrell.
Going all right. Hope all's been well. He's got the frosty mug there. Frosty mug from the Drunk Gamer.
Nice.
So, okay. Now I got to get out of this thing. I got 8,000 points. So that's the score to beat right now. 8,000.
Oh, everyone in the studio. Never mind. I thought that was
Chaos.
I didn't do that.
Chaos, where are you?
He's gone. He's out completely.
No, don't play it yet.
Yeah.
Come back.
Okay, I'm gonna exit that. I gotta come over here and switch my screens back. I have to change my screens on my what screen is my main display every time I switch to pinball.
Hollywood Polo.
Because I got the vertical screen. I got the vertical screen over here, and I got the horizontal screen. So I do all my truck driving over here and stuff. And to play pinball though, but I have to make it the primary screen, or it'll try to open it on this one, and then it doesn't work as in the cabinet setup. Because it's kind of a funky way I got this set up. I can't move my camera because it's so touchy, but at some point I should show how I got it. I got my laptop is sitting on top of my Legends Gamer Pro. Yeah. That I use for the side buttons for the flippers. And I used one of the joysticks for the launch. And then my vertical screen is at about almost a 45-degree angle going up the wall. And then there's a 4.3 flat screen monitor, a 19-inch monitor that sits above it for the back glass. So it's like, like this kind of is how it sits. But so it's kind of, you're kind of looking down on it, but not really. But it's not flat, but it's up. Yeah. But it works. It works because I have just such limited space here, Yeah. Trying to have arcade games and the pinball and have a setup to be able to drive and play those type of racing games.
So your main screen is the vertical screen, what you use to play pinball?
When I go to pinball, I change that one to the main screen. Everything else I play, I use the the big 50-inch that's over here.
Nice.
Yeah, Derek says I'm pretty sure you can set seam options to tell it to open on another screen. I tried doing, because Truck Sim is supposed to do that too, where you can tell Truck Sim to play on whichever monitor, and I couldn't get it to work. So I just figured, well, Chaos made it back to the
In the
made
chat,
it to the chat.
Chaos, come back. You're the special guest.
Yeah, as long as it works. I agree, Drunk. It works. It's not ideal, but it works fine. And it's kind of a half between. So, it's just a couple of extra clicks. Right click on the display, choose that one display and say make main display. And then I switch it back. So Chaos said he tried, he couldn't get back.
Does he need a link again?
He should have the link right in his. I sent it to him in text. I don't know. It hasn't changed.
It's inside your text, Arcade Chaos. Just click on it and you should be back.
Yeah, he probably finally realized that Poe wasn't going to show up. So he's like, well, screw it. I'm out. He thought Poe was just being late, fashionably late, because that's the way Poe rolls. But he'll say he's going to try again.
Okay.
He uses a second vertical monitor attached to his desk as the second screen for my pinball setup. That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I would love to have my pinball cabinet built again, so it's stand in front of it and all. But it is I'm getting old. I'm getting lazy. But I'm sitting right here. Like I said, my laptop's sitting on top. Right here where I'm sitting, there's the buttons. I turn. Right here, I'm driving. Yeah, it's simple. No standing. Even a fat guy can play pinball if you're sitting down. So it's good for fat guys or chubby guys. We're all good. But
yeah, I saw that. What is it that Digital Victory has? He's got an at games table, isn't it? I would love to get. Is it the smaller one? That way it doesn't require a lot of room.
Yeah, it's like 3/4 size. Yeah, is the size of the at game. I think and he doesn't have the new 4K one. He's running the HD one that runs 1080p.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and and then he uses the on the go or whatever, where you just USB in. Yeah, and he has that Vibs board, so it throws it's a nice setup. But it's the original Legends game flow, and it's 3/4. I think it's a 32-inch monitor, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I seen he also has his gaming PC hooked up to it. I'm wondering if that's what he uses to kind of grab his content, like for the video, to record when he's playing pinball. Yeah. I'm not sure how he records, because he has that like overhead camera that records his like behind over the shoulder or something kind of deal. Oh yeah. Because he's recording it all in one shot, getting the play field and the back box, and his computer's over there. But let's see. Well, let me back up. I skipped Derek's. It's like 70% size of a regular pinball table. You want to buy his? You got a Legends pinball and you don't play it? That would be a long drive, Derek. I live in the West Coast. Yeah. Polo says, are you getting the 4K at Games pinball machine? No. They look nice. They're having their issues. They're not playing as well as people would like. There's supposed to be a big patch coming out. There's, I guess, some flipper lag and some other stuff, even with the not the Zen table that's on there, just the regular at Games tables are even having some lag issues. And I guess the ball is like twitchy on the screen and jumping little teleports and stuff. So, but that's not why. Even if they fixed it and got it running perfectly, for the amount of money that the 4K pinball, you could build a really nice pinball machine with, just build it from scratch, put a really good computer, a nice 4K monitor, a back box,
And yeah, you wouldn't get the at games tables that come on the at games, but you could put VPX on there and get all kinds of stuff. You could run FX, you could run Zaccaria, you could run everything. Because if you didn't buy that promo, you're going to pay $2,000 for that thing, so or something like that. Maybe it's 1,600.
Which table is Elvira on? That's the one I want to get.
Yeah, Elvira, you got to go with VPX to get Elvira.
VPX, okay.
Yeah, and you don't even need. Now, I'm maybe the wrong person to talk about it because I think the games on the FX on the Switch look good enough for me. It's when people are like, PS1 graphics and all that stuff. And I'm like, I think it looks fine. And I heard you talking on your stream earlier about 60 frames a second when you were talking with your buddy.
Yeah.
And that's fine for me. If I can get 60 frames a second, I'm not one of these guys that if it's not 4K pushing 160 frames, it's shit. It's like, no, a 1080 running at 60 frames looks great to me. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
So,
I'm running Witcher 3 on my PC like at 1080 and I think at 60 frames per second. It looks amazing. I know a friend of mine, he upgraded to go 4K, but he has 4K plus 30. It's like I'd rather have more FPS because I like smoother gameplay. I can downgrade the graphics, but I prefer the smoother gameplay.
Yeah. So I'm just and I only have it's just a 2060 card. It's not like it's the 4080 or something like that. And I can run all these tables at 1080 and get 60 frames a second, and it looks and plays fine. So I'm not one of these people that has to have 4K or any of that stuff. So I'd rather put a little bit of my extra money and get a really good 1080 system going than have a 4K that I had to spend 3 times as much money to get it to run, But
what's kind of funny, you guys, when you were doing the tournaments for the Chucky game for Pinball M, and I finally, I just bought it here on my PC through Steam and played it. I'm like, wow, this thing's like really smooth. Because I know you can get it on, isn't it? You can get Pinball M on the Nintendo Switch as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's different compared to the computer. But I was playing that and like, wow, I loved it playing on the PC with Pinball M on my computer because it was running at was it the 1080? And I'm not sure of the frame rates, but it seemed a lot smoother to me when I played it here on the computer. So
yeah. See, Polo says he's got a 2060 Super. That's what I'm running. I don't even know. I don't even think mine's a Super. Mine's just a 2060 regular. And everything I've thrown at it so far runs well. The only time I start having problems is when I'm recording also. When I'm running the table and the back glass, and then my other monitor over here, I'm recording both of those screens. Sometimes if I turn the settings up too high, I'll start getting lag or choppiness in the recording. It's the recording that suffers. The gameplay is always fine, but the recording will start to look like crap because if I had a 3060 or better an 80s or 90s, 3080, 30 or a 40 series, I could record better. But everything plays just fine for me. I don't know. Derek's saying, Mike, set up VPX and Baller Installer on your gaming PC. You can play in desktop mode too, or set up on the table setup on vertical with extra monitors. But you can do the setup on just a single screen, and you can get the Elvira table and you can get all that stuff, and it's all free. And with the Baller Installer, the Baller Installer is really painless now. It used to be a pain in the ass to get VPX running. Just download this and install this. Then you need to install this to run that. And then you got to have this part to do that. Now it's like, go. And it opens up how many screens you have. Is it horizontal or vertical? And then it just does it. And it's pretty painless. And then you do have to go through, like, for especially the licensed games. If you're going to play Elvira, you'll have to find the table, which is simple. And then you have to find the ROM for it. Because like everything else, they can't give you everything in one spot because then they're bootlegging or something. But you can find the ROM pretty easy. And then
Okay.
even if you're not sure, I got to the point I just download the game and then I try to run it,
Yeah.
and it'll pop up a screen and say you need ROM, like for Elvira, say Elvira L3, and then I just Google search Elvira L3 ROM, and I download it usually from Cool ROMs.
Oh, cool.
So, and then you just put it in the ROM folder, and the next time you run it, it runs perfect.
Oh, nice.
So
I'll
it's
do
pretty
that.
painless.
Yeah, I got like
Yeah.
my graphics card is an old one. I got the 980 Ti on my. So I got an
Yeah.
older graphics card running on my PC. So yeah, I really need
Yeah.
to build a new one.
Yeah, but it's an 80 series, so that helps. It's
Yeah.
a 980, so that's good. But yeah, it's fairly easy to get going now. It's that baller installer made a huge difference, and it is a way to go if you like playing, Williams tables, Bally tables, all that stuff, turntables, everything except for the really ultra modern stuff. You can find there in any
Yeah.
table you want. The couple of tables that I used to own, I have them downloaded digitally, and it was simple to find them, and they play. So I can still play the tables that I owned the physical tables for.
Nice.
But
yeah, I wish
Let's see.
like Stern. I wish Stern would kind of do what FX would do, like update their tables. They haven't done anything new. It's just the same games. They had like the Star Trek game and Ghostbusters. I'm like, you guys had like a bunch. They had like the Turtles, the WWE game that I wanted to play,
Mhm.
but they haven't brought or did anything new with their license. So yeah, I don't know why
Yeah.
Stern doesn't want to hit that. They could be making lots
Yeah.
of money.
I don't know. I think. Sorry, I'm yawning here. I got up at 4 this morning. I don't know. I'd still say, and I've said it before on the show, and I'm sure I said it when we were just talking. I think that all the pinball manufacturers are missing out by not releasing digital copies,
Oh yeah.
because pinball machines have gotten expensive. If you're wanting to buy a real table, you're spending $6,000 to $10,000 easy, and then some of them are $15,000, $18,000. And if you put out a digital version for $20, the person that's spending $20 for that digital Godzilla table, they're not in the market for a $12,000 one. It's like,
Oh yeah.
I'm not buying a $12,000 pinball machine. You're not buying a $12,000. But if you could get the same table in a digital form made by the licensed, manufacturer, I'd spend $20 for it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, same here.
I'm sure there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people that would pay $20 for a good digital copy that would never in a million years spend 12 grand on the physical table. So it's not like they're cutting into their own market. And the people
no.
that do have 12 grand and say, no, I want to buy that Godzilla table, they're going to buy it regardless. They're not going to say, well, no, I'll settle for the digital one. I got the 12 grand laying around, but I'm going to buy this. So yeah.
Yeah, even like the Jersey Jack tables, I would love to play those. They had like was it Wizard of Oz? I think they have like Willy Wonka, and then the other one I remember, I think it was Guns N' Roses. I mean, if I were going to get a table, it'd probably be Willy Wonka or Guns N' Roses, because I know my son loves Willy Wonka, and I'm talking about the old one, the classic one, not the new one.
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder one. Yep, that's one I grew up with too.
1650 Ti.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
NVIDIA. Oh, okay. And he said something about running PS2. Oh, I love playing PS2.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, Polo says $10K for a new table with a 30-day warranty is a joke. No sale. But yeah, I would pay more for a licensed. Yeah,
digital version.
Stern and Williams and all these spooky pinball, if they put out digital versions, they could probably charge, I hate to be those people that say, hell, I'd pay 20, 30, $50 for that thing, because then you're just encouraging them to raise the price. But I'm sure, people bitch at Zen for Indiana Jones being $15. But if you could get, like Greg has that Stranger Things table, and if you could get a licensed version with the same ROM pack and it's done very well, Kelly would probably pay $50 for it. She loves that table, and people that. So I think $20 a table for licensed modern tables. I think people would eat it up.
Yeah, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but the people, Guns N' Roses, Wonka. I'm pretty sure Wonka is. I don't know if the new GNR Guns N' Roses. I don't know if that is on
VPX. Huh?
Yeah, Kelly's like, I would. She would pay $50 for it. Yeah, and Polo say I would pay $20 for each digital version if they were all Stern Insider connected. Yeah. I just think it's a huge market, and I don't know why they're fighting it unless they're, just purists, and they're like, no, you get real real pinball only, or but maybe that's what it is. I don't know, and they're reluctant. So now they're reluctant to even sign deals with like Zen, because apparently Zen's been trying to get all of the manufacturers, and Williams is the only one that's biting. And I had hopes with the Spooky, because Spooky announced that they had that Texas Chainsaw Massacre table that they're just releasing.
I saw that, yeah.
And Zen announced that they're doing a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And they actually released on Xbox, I think you can get a demo version already of the Texas Chainsaw. And they announced it or released it on the Xbox, that demo version, the same day that Spooky Pinball announced theirs. And then they went out and said, it's not the same table. There's no affiliation. It's coincidence. It's total coincidence.
Yeah.
We both released it at the same time. But I was like, cool. Did they get a deal with Spooky? Because they got that awesome Friday the 13th, and they got that Scooby-Doo table and some other tables that I'd love to play digitally.
The Scooby-Doo one.
Yeah.
That looked cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm never gonna, I'm not in the market to spend $8,000, $10,000, $12,000 on a pinball table. So,
and then there's room. Where are you gonna put it? You could probably get one table. I mean, if you wanted to, right?
Yeah. I had two full-size pinball tables before, but I had a huge. I built an arcade room on purpose. It was a large room. Here,
nice.
I don't have room for if I put a full-size pinball machine in here, I'd have to lose all of the arcade games.
Oh no.
I couldn't have any of them. So I do plan on building an arcade building here when things work out right. And but even that's probably just going to be like a 12 by 12 room. It's not going to be, some big monster 20 by 20 garage that someone converted. It's probably just going to be 12 by 12. But this is only 6 by 12, so I'd be doubling my floor space. So
nice.
I just want to be able to rebuild the pinball machine, put the arcade back out here in the arcade, get it out of the house. Although it is convenient having it in the house because it's right there. And if I want to play something, I just jump up and play whatever I'm playing and then shut it right back down. But anyway.
Well, I'm kind of glad we do these arcade challenges because it gets me into my arcade room to play those games. I know when I did originally on the Time Pile, I played it here on the PC, and using an Xbox One controller, I prefer playing on the joysticks because on my 1943 cab, I have Sanwa joysticks. And that's a hell of a lot easier playing Time Pilot on that. Especially Miss Pac-Man, I do really well on that cabinet. But yeah, it's a lot different because most of the games are configured to use the control pad, which if I could, I wish I could use the analog because that's more like a joystick to me. But yeah, the only games I can play with the analog sticks if I play the Atari 2600 games, which they'll let you use your control pad or the analog stick, which I really love playing with if I'm doing the Atari.
Yeah, it makes more sense.
Oh, Derek said the same thing. gets him playing his cabinets. Yeah, doing this it makes you want to play your arcade cabs, which I kind of felt bad because I wasn't using it, but now there's a reason to play these wonderful machines.
Yeah, and I kind of feel the same way when we're doing all these pinball tournaments because we all get all excited whenever a new table comes out. You're like, hey, Zen's releasing this, and and then you play it, and then they release another table, and then they release another table, and pretty soon that one you were all excited about 6 months ago is 7 or 8 tables down on the list, and you've been playing all the new stuff, and you forget how much you liked playing. That's why I'm kind of on my Saturday stuff. I'm going back through some of the original ones that came out on FX.
Oh,
and it's
nice.
like that Grim Tales. It's like I hadn't played Grim Tales really since it came out. I played it quite a bit then, but it was one of 5 tables, so it was in a rotation.
Yeah.
And then all the new stuff came out, and I've been moving on. It's like, man, this table's fun.
What's that weird one you
forget-
played? That was like the it looked like the X-Files with the guy, the investigator, and then it flips the ball, reverses the gravity on the ball. Do you remember that? Paranormal or something like that?
Oh, Paranormal? It might be
was it
Paranormal. Yeah. Yeah, Paranormal's a wild table. I have that on
Yeah.
VR too. That's available on FX2 on the Quest.
Oh, nice.
That's a fun thing. And that's another thing. I haven't got back to VR pinball in so long. And now they have that whatever it is that you can play all the Unreal Engine stuff on your headset, and so you can play FX in VR. I messed with it for a little bit, couldn't get it working right, and then I realized, I like playing on the table, even though this isn't a good table setup. I still like it's cool playing in VR compared to playing on the TV.
Yeah,
but there's still something to be said for standing at a table, even if it's digital pinball, and you're looking at a screen that's just laying down flat. There's something to be said for standing there with your hands on the table and not holding controllers in your hand for flippers,
Yep.
But what you can do it, I guess, where I could use this control deck with the buttons and stuff and play all that stuff. But man, we're gonna have to block Poe's chat. I don't know what's going on with this guy.
I'm surprised he didn't say My Little Pony. I would tell him definitely
no.
Derek. Go away, Poe.
Oh, nice. He posted some high scores on Galaga and Miss Pac-Man at his local bowling alley. Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah. See that my mom lives in Sun City, Arizona. That's outside of Phoenix. It's a retirement community, and my brother lives with her, and he plays on a bowling league in Phoenix there, and it's out in Sun City. And when we were visiting, we went to watch him bowl, and I thought, hey, bowling alley, they got to have something. Not one arcade game, not one pinball machine. I'm like, what kind of freaking old folks place is this? It doesn't even have a single pinball machine. But I was depressed.
No, that's so true. I don't like. We have a bowling alley. They do have arcade games, but they're the newer style, like the crane machine. They have that one with the chicken crossing the freeway. But it's a lot of the modern type games that the kids are playing, and there's something like Dance Dance Revolution. I see those a lot. But the only cool thing they had, which I did like over at the bowling alley, they had Mario Kart, which was a 2. That way me and my son can play that. And recently they removed that and they put more crane machines. So like, oh, okay. I'm not good at them. I know Arcade Chaos is probably be the guy to play that. He'd win.
What Krusty Bird or something like that is what Derek's saying?
Something with the chicken crossing the road. Yeah.
Yeah. He says Frogger's better.
Yeah. I agree.
Chaos said he likes my background. Yeah, I switched. I rotated the games a little bit and put the Star Wars here instead. I had the Mortal Kombat. As much as I like that Mortal Kombat being there and that Raiden and the lightning looked cool, but
Oh,
It's
I
hard to
love
go wrong
the
with Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars
Yeah,
is
it's-
awesome. Oh
Yeah,
shoot,
it's hard to go wrong.
I have to take off. I got to go pick up my son. He gets done at 5:30. But are you gonna
Oh,
still
geez.
keep going? I can
No,
run,
I-
get him, then come back.
Yeah. Well, it's up to you. If you had some more stuff to talk about, for sure. I can hang out, but if you think you're ready, we could just end it here. Either way, I've talked about everything I want to talk about, but who knows
Oh,
what we
okay.
would talk about. We
All
could
right.
keep talking if you want.
Oh, okay. We could probably end it then. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just end it here. That way you don't have to rush and it's starting to get chilly. I turned off my heater. It's starting to get chilly out here. I'm gonna have to put my coat
Oh,
back
man.
on. So all right. So just a reminder, Mike has his Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom that we're gonna start playing. Put your pictures up on the Discord, and I started the Family Guy. So look for that. That's on FX3. So
Yeah, and they probably want to
Yeah.
list what difficulty they're playing. I did it on easy just to let you guys know. So, but if you want to do the medium, but make sure you probably list that because then it's different for I think on the scoring, isn't it? I think if you play easier because you get
maybe.
more lives. So I did it
Yeah.
on easy. So if you want to play it, you should probably play it on easy.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and I'll probably still get a 30-year score. It's not- but all right, so we'll end it here, and I'll start the little ending screen thingy.
Cool.
And we'll catch you, Mike. I'll talk to you in the chat, and we'll see
All right.
everyone else next week. So thanks for watching. Where's the outros at? Oh, here's a 12-second outro. People can stick around for that. All
Not
right,
the nudie
later.
magazine, right?
It's not the nudies. All right. Later.
Like